Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. The Gators will kick it away first. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So Georgia's offense will get the first possession of the game. This nasty, bitter feud, most of the years carried out on supposedly neutral ground, carries high stakes today, guys.
I'll tell you what's always fun about watching this game between Florida and Georgia is that there is just so much speed on the field. I felt that way when I played in this game. There's so much NFL talent racing around. The game...
Can anyone catch him? And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The Dogs able to hunker down and get out with a close win the last time they saw the Gators.
Yeah, and anytime you get a win in Jacksonville, anytime you beat Florida, it's a success. It doesn't matter if it's by 100 or if it's by 1. Georgia fans know how much this means to them, and so do these players.
Yeah, you know, they call this game the world's largest cocktail party. The energy in the stands is just completely different. That's something David and I obviously have experienced before. And after that Georgia win last year, man, those Bulldog fans, they stuck around. They were here in Jacksonville, hanging out at the stadium, enjoying it all through the night. They've been enjoying it all year, and they're hoping to order some more adult beverages after this one, too.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Dogs trying to cash it in on first and goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the gun. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Gators offense will have its first possession of the game. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last week.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. After the flag, distance for a first down cut in half. They can really get aggressive on 1st and 5. Trying to get to him. Caught near the sticks. It's Royer. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Looking to throw on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Safe completion on the screen.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water inside.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, baby.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
At the 45 on its way. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Bulldogs in the hurry-up. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Buys a little time with his feet. Into the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Bulldogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Washington notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Husky Stadium is worth its weight in gold. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just...
You just can't go backwards. There he did, and they swarmed him for a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Motion from the offense. Now the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have, you can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a third and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. The Gators sending the offense back to work.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week. And you come out, and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Dogs getting a push in the middle and getting to the quarterback and just salivating to get at it.
And every year they find these dudes. They all look the same, just massive, big, strong, quick guys that don't like people, Reese Davis. They just love hitting people with aggressiveness, and just it's so amazing that they find that year after year in this defensive line group.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. It is perfect. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge, the freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Gators have moved it inside the 20. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Right down the boulevard, it's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Poole. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
Open runway ahead. He's at the 40. At the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. First down, 10 yards to go. The handoff to Johnson. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's got the tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. But they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you've got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. It needs some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Georgia going up tempo. He's looking to throw it. He makes the connection. Nifty little dance step. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Looking at a 2nd and short now. Quarterback checking off. Movement here from the tight end. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Getting some heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll lift to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have 2 longtime foes like the Gators and Dogs duking it out on neutral turf, you know emotions will run high. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Florida and Georgia plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. The Dogs will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good...
All kinds of running room. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fat.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David Reed.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's White. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's going to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Snagged in the middle, it's Royer. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Excellent coverage that time, didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Looking deep down the right side. And the pass, it's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a gap, it's Daniels. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
On third down, going up top. He's got an open man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Gators are in the hurry-up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back out. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Poole.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Looking for a huge play. He caught it. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Hold it, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense set on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Warrior. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this all
Fires one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you, bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly, they were very talented back in the day when I played, and the program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level now. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. He's looking to throw. The quick out. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job with those guys being on the same page there.
On the move, it's Daniels. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball because it is a long way to the end zone. Feeling some heat. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Off play action. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Gators want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Slings it downfield. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. He finds his man. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Gators decide to punt it away. He gets a block. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and then...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide out in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On second down, he'll let it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment.
Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And he makes the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That pass is incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense, they've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Gators will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Tight end getting vertical. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. Going up top on first down. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30, the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Gators!
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to take the top off. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast.